multi-tenancy, and overall this solution should be able to scale on its own, and it should be a kind of a service where our customers can come use the service as a plug and play model. So with this particular challenge and our problem statement, we started our journey last year where we developed a framework where we created a complete reusable layer which will focus on the 4 to 5 use cases that I have mentioned above. And this will act as a prefabricated service, which we will offer to our customers. The main benefits that we are reaping from this particular solution today is mostly providing us flexibility to plug in any customer and get the customer the benefits from the GenAI offerings, plus make it ensure that it is a reusable component. And also by doing all these things, what are the financial benefits we are reaping out of it? How much OPEX we are saving? So this is the main problem statement we are trying to solve as part of this journey. So as part of this journey, we introduced these particular layers. So we introduced tools known as Remedix, which is an ingrown tool. We leveraged existing market available solutions like OpsRamp, like AI Ops solutions that are available. We also generated our own capabilities using standard APIs available from the Open Azure and using them to benefit our engineers. And by doing so, you can see on the right-hand side, we are today processing almost 70% of our ticket volumes through GenAI. We are seeing 15 to 20% improvement in the MTTR. Also, we have clocked around 80 to 90% accuracy through this AI approach. And also, this ticket is also getting auto-resolved. So today, we are giving less burden to our engineers so that they can focus more on high-level tasks in their day-to-day activities. And also, we are constantly seeing this volume reduction because most of the tickets are handled through AI using the concepts like deduplication, correlation, and other AI-related solutions that we have developed. This is the overall framework. We have multiple customers who are part of the same framework and in a multi-tenant mode. So every customer who is ingesting data into our system is having a multi-tenancy enabled. Their data is secured, and through this secure channel, we are processing and providing them services for cloud and infrastructure. And the AI plays a very important role because all our operational tickets are getting processed, filtered, resolved, and L2 tickets are getting escalated to respective stakeholders like that. So this particular framework is giving us results on day-to-day. The major benefit or the selling point of this particular component is that customer doesn't have to invest anything on their estate. It is a complete Wipro-owned estate where we are giving the services as a part of transition itself. And these are all reusable components. And within 1 or 2 weeks, we are able to onboard any customer on this particular platform. So these are some of the benefits that we are reaping out from our platform. Like we are handling almost 24,000 plus CIs through our platform. We are handling assets through process automation. We are giving auto resolution capabilities. Almost 90% of our tickets are getting auto resolved through AI/ML routines. And we are also giving a hotspot detection services to our customers where you can see hotspots where exactly the problem is and how you can fix the problem along with the AI, or you can do it manually. So the main focus of this particular solution is to provide a very good environmental and social impact. As we are a shared services, we are already reducing the footprint of our infrastructure. So we are running 100 tenants by the same set of resources. So you can say like we are adding the SOW, but we are not increasing the headcount of our team. So with the existing headcount, we are able to accommodate all our customers in this particular ecosystem. Plus, when we are having a good diversity ratio where we are maintaining the next gen associates, that means the associates who have recently graduated from the college. And we are having a 50% ratio of the senior resources. So with this AI work, we are giving them accurate data points to start working on any kind of issue that comes to their bucket, as well as they are able to quickly scale up to a newer role in very less amount of time. Also, we are delivering faster MTTR to our customers and ensuring the quality of the particular tickets. Plus, it is all a sustainable model because we are bringing in the work in uh, in a shared platform. We are removing those workloads from the customer estate and bringing to the Wipro estate, and we are transforming the whole estate into a cloud or SaaS-based model. So we are reducing the carbon footprint as well in by doing this. And the work-life balance also get improved because we are enabling most of the tickets that can be resolved through AI through the filtration process, and we are eliminating those things. So only the critical ones will land into the bucket where the engineers are working as L2, L3, and L4. So this is one particular example where we are seeing the customers from multiple domains like utilities domain, energy domain, manufacturing domain. So this is the percentage that we have achieved so far. This data is from July. So we are having multiple agentic AI solutions as well, where we are running multiple small agents, which is enriching the particular ticket with a lot of information and good quality of information for our engineers to work on them. So this reduces their research time. So we are reducing the research time from almost 30-40 minutes to bringing it down to 5 to 10 minutes. So this helps in reducing the MTTR. Plus, also autonomous resolution rate is also increasing month on month because we have identified critical use cases which are causing us most of the volume of the tickets. So we are targeting those tickets first so that the engineers can focus more on the critical tickets which require more efforts, more research, more vendor communications. So those things we are focusing so that it will increase the efficiency. So this is a sample execution snapshot where you can see these are at the bottom, these are our agentic AI tasks. So whenever any ticket lands in the system, so we present within the first 2 minutes or 3 minutes, we present the engineer with the complete SOP to handle that particular ticket, plus what are the steps that engineer has to carry. So this ensures that we are having minimum manual error or human error introduced into the system. So all these solutions are prompt-based, and it is giving us the actual steps that the engineer has to carry out. Now, as we support cloud and infrastructure customers, all our agentic AI or the automation or generative AI is focused on generating solutions for these areas only. And even if the use case qualifies for an agentic routines, then this routines at the bottom, which you see, gets into the picture. And we are having both kind of routines, zero touch and one touch. One touch involves approvals from the engineers, and also the engineers can take a decision to approve it or reject it. So both kind of safety precautions we have taken, because in certain cases you will find a situation where you need to drive an automation through a change request. So at that point you need to have a human in a loop system, whereas certain use cases can be processed through zero touch automation. So as I said, the main adoption reason of this particular feature is we wanted to bring in the innovation through offering this particular service as an offering to our customers. So by doing this, we are now able to absorb new SOWs without adding any new resources. And this has been a constant pattern since last 4 quarters. And this also brings us to how we are handling our AIOps environment as of now, where 95% of our volume is handled through our AIOps and automation layer itself. Okay. So this is something about us, what exactly we do. So we are a global shared service platform where...
The time is up for the presentation. We have to begin with the Q&A now. Jurors,
Okay.
we are open to questions. Professor Avik, would you like to take the first question?
Yes, so
Abhishek, sir.
Yes, he's not going to let him take a break. He has been speaking for a long time. So I think that's a good solution that you presented, Abhishek. Really nice. What are the sectors that you are currently targeting
Catering
for the
to.
solution?
Yeah.
Catering to.
So one second, I will just share my screen again. So we are targeting basically all sectors. So we have customers from various domains. So these are some of the logos that we support. So we have manufacturing, energy, resources. So basically every customer who requires cloud and infrastructure services so are our customers. So we have 100+ customers who are supported from our platform. So these are using the agentic AI, the generative AI as a service. So they don't have to invest anything. Everything comes as a part of the package. So whenever they are onboarded, gone live, within first month, we start them these offerings.
So what is the sector specific fine tuning or building that you have to do when you're offering the solution to them?
So everything starts with the AI ops layer. So when we infuse the customer on our AI ops platform, the first thing that we do is to clean up the alerts that are existing in the customer's estate, fine tune the complete ticket creation process. So we normally see so many tickets are getting created, bombarding the engineers, false alarms. So our filtration process filters all those things and brings it down to the only critical ones which needs to be created.
So what you're telling is that there is sector specific, you don't have to do anything.
No, we don't have to worry about sector
very generic.
specific.
So the tickets are generic across sectors. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Professor Asif, would you like to take the next question?
Yeah. Hello. How did you evaluate your systems? Abhishek, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. So you want to know?
Yeah. How did you evaluate it? The whole model.
Evaluate in the sense of performance or
performance evaluation. Yeah. So
correct. So we have dashboards. So we have continuous tracking of the automation. So let me share quickly again to show how we evaluate. So this is our dashboard that we continuously track. So this is from ServiceNow, and just it will load. An ops ramp layer, we have this standard performance dashboards, which tells us how much how is the performance of the system as of now. You can see, let it load. It'll take a second. Yeah, so this particular tells in last 4 hours, I have ingested 15,000 alerts, which is a noise, which consists of noise as well. Now, after through these many routines, we are now only 244 ticketed, which is 99% of the reduction it is offering at this layer. From when it goes through this layer, it reaches my ServiceNow layer, which provides me one second. Screen is coming in between. Yeah, let me share again. So the ServiceNow layer tells us how the performance is going on. So for example, if you see these tickets, I will just convert it to all. So all this data which you seeing process ticket, these are all our automation related tickets. What is the trend, how you are handling the volume. Then every engineer has this view, so they can also filter based on the companies that they support.
okay.
So these are our KPIs that normally we track all these performance day-to-day basis, and we have 24/7 team who does this.
And let's say since after giving an input and when you are getting an output, so how is the response time for your model? So have you measured?
Yeah. So response time. So we have a dedicated team called as cross-functional service team. Oh. So they are tracking the every ticket has a response SLA as well as resolution SLA. So normal agreement with our customer starts from 15 minutes of response and 4 hours of resolution. And if it is driven through an automation, the response time is always met. So we are almost 95 to 98% meeting our targets with respect to response times.
Okay. Thank you.
Professor Nandi, do you have a question?
Yeah, just I have one remark. It appears that in a industry scale, you have already implemented the agentic AI. Actually, what innovation or what kind of support you are asking from our ministry? Number one question. Number two is a remark that what you have rightly pointed out that it has a societal impact, and it seems that in future less and less engineers you will be requiring to implement this kind of agentic AI in services in a broad base. Yeah.
Yeah. So my theory is what I want to do is when we want to position this particular generative AI, agentic AI solution as a service, because nowadays everybody wants this service without investing much into the infrastructure. So I would like the ministry to invest in such initiatives where we are hosting multitude of generative AI solutions, where which becomes a kind of a pay-as-you-go model rather than developing from scratch. It will help the industry to scale up faster, build new solutions, and also deliver it to their customers in a faster rate. So that help or that push from the ministry, if done, would be of a great value to the complete ecosystem. And the major benefit also is like whatever we do today, we are realizing that these are helping us commercially, financially. So those numbers should come out. How exactly the GenAI is helping on the ground to an engineer or to the person who is using it, that transparency, that data should come out, and it will definitely help India as a country going forward.
Okay, that's it from my side. But it will reduce the job definitely.
No, but the whole focus is to increase, because if the person who is right now handling the particular generative AI solutions, they are scaling up themselves because they are not worrying on the day-to-day mundane tasks. So their focus is on the right shift. So we are right shifting them to higher roles. And there they can act as a consultants, architects, because these things, somebody needs to consult and do the architecting work also, right, to sell it to the customer. So that work we are trying to push, and giving the hard work which normally the engineer does, giving it to the AI system to execute. So that left shift we are trying to do as part of our service.
Okay, my last observation is, are you using what kind of infrastructure you are using for creating your agentic AI? Are they licensed one like Gemini and all kind of thing, or you are using open source models and from there you are like
Yeah.
Llama 3 and all, and you are trying to create?
So we are using Open AI from Azure, and using GPT 4.1. We have a ecosystem which is built in house. Whereas we are leveraging the SaaS services from ServiceNow. ServiceNow also has a lot of capabilities. So we are using their capabilities plus the capabilities that comes by default from AIOps platform. So the mixture of all these three things, we are creating a storyline for our customers so that they can see this particular ecosystem as a service.
That's it from my side.
Thank you for the presentation, Team Wipro. Very well presented and answered to the questions of the jury as well. We wish you the very best with the results.
Thank you, team.
Jurors, while you evaluate this innovation from Wipro, we can get ready with the next set. The next innovation is from Infosys, and we have the team over here. Would request them to turn on the camera and share the screen.
Hi, this is Shyam. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can't seem to see you, but yeah, your screen is visible and we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
good now.
Yes.
Okay, so please let me know when you guys are ready.
Yes, we can begin with the presentation, sir.
Yeah, hi. My name is Shyam. I'm part of Infosys group called Infosys Center for Emerging Technology Solutions. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about how we are building this AI first IT operations solution. I'll first talk about the problem statement and what is the market opportunity. What are some of the innovations that we have done? And I'll give a quick demo of what we have built. And then I'll talk about the market impact and the social impact of these innovations. And then I'll conclude. So this is what I'm planning. Please feel free to stop me if you have any questions, or we can wait after this is over. So in terms of the context, typically large enterprises spend anywhere between 70 to 80% of their IT budgets just to keep the lights on. Basically, it is these all about keeping the applications, the infrastructure, and everything up and running so that the users can actually use these systems. So some of the key challenges are these are all currently manual and inefficient, because of which a lot of effort goes in this. These tend to be reactive in the sense that somebody is impacted and then there is an incident, and also the systems are unreliable. It results in poor experiences to users who are just trying to get their work done. And because a lot of money is locked into the run part of the business, there is not enough that is there for business innovation. And also these tend to slow down the changes at the pace at which it is required to keep up with the external innovations. So these are the top challenges. In terms of the market size, it is significant. So it is projected to become close to $700 billion, currently at $330 billion. So with this context, what we have done is there are four key innovations that we have done. The first part is we believe that IT operations should be looked at with AI first approach. Instead of throwing more and more people at the problem and trying to solve the symptoms, we have to go to the root causes and eliminate them and apply AI so that the entire solution proposition is driven with technology first and AI first strategy. So we have agentic AI at the core, and then the processes also need to be modern, like site reliability engineering, which can help go to the root causes and eliminate them. DevSecOps, so that the development and operations go hand in hand. So these are the base foundation. With that, we have done innovations in making operations zero touch. So through cognitive automation, AI-powered, agentic AI-powered AI workers, and things like self-service for service requests, a lot of things like this. The second, the next area is in making sure that the systems are resilient in terms of performance, availability, and security related aspects. So we have built a lot of solutions around that by applying AI to predict before the failures happen and prevent them. And the fourth key pillar is around aligning to business outcomes. One of the challenges with IT operations is people tend to think of it as I got a ticket and I'll just resolve in like say 5 minutes, whatever is the SL is, but they don't have the big picture. And so it's very important to ensure that the the IT operations is aligned to business outcomes. I will give a quick demo of some of these features, then you will see how all of these come together in order for us to be able to deliver IT operations more efficiently, with better quality, and also aligned to provide the best possible experiences. So in order to do that, one of the core foundations is an AI first stack. So the way we look at it is there are lots of products out there like the ServiceNow's, App Dynamics, Dynatraces of the world. On top of that, we have built an agentic AI foundation consisting of these foundational models, an agentic AI framework with the right guardrails, and which can leverage the data and knowledge in the way that is amenable for AI agents. With that, we are building an agentic AI workforce which can help deliver these services, basically that will help transform the business, run the operations, and do it with the right quality of service and while being secure. So this is the core foundational stack that we have built, and the brain power comes from these language models. we have created something called Made in Infosys small language models. We have one of the first SIs to build these, which are very domain specific. So we have built it from scratch. We have worked with NVIDIA as a partner, and we have built these models with a core enterprise small language model with things that are specific for operations, like an IT ops small language model, and something for cybersecurity operations as well. Right. So with these, we want to reimagine the entire service delivery, where instead of doing it with manual operations, we look at it as there are two categories. One is AI builders who take this technology and build these AI agents and AI workers. And then we reimagine the entire process in such a way that it's a combination of AI workers and human workers. So in some way, as these processes are typically like this, so there are people who have these eyes on the glass to look at what's going wrong and see if there is anything wrong, and then accordingly trigger the remediations. So usually there will be an L1 team which provides the first level of support if the users are impacted, and then they route it to an L1.5 team, then it goes to an L2 team, and then it goes to an L3 team. So this is the typical as-is process. So we are changing that with an AI-powered solution, wherein most of these issues, looking at things proactively and identifying what can go wrong and then resolving, are all driven by a digital brain with Agentic AI. And the focus of human engineers is to build these things as AI builders. So this is the way we are reimagining the entire process itself. Right. Here is a quick demo of it. So if you take a typical CPG customer, first what we do is, this is a quick view of Leap, our live enterprise automation platform, which has these capabilities. First, we model what are the value domains, like say planning for what is required to be built, buying, procuring them, then manufacturing it, and then moving them, the logistics, and selling. So these are things that matter. So we first identify what are the KPIs that matter, we model them, then we ensure that there is traceability from the KPIs to the underlying processes, to the applications, to the infrastructure, and we do proactive monitoring. And if there are any issues, what happens is we get to know what exactly is the issue. We are proactively monitoring it. Since there is something that is impacted, like say in Switzerland, we can actually drill down and see what exactly is the issue. And we can see that there is one application and middleware issue, and it is impacting a particular business process, which is in the move part related to shipping. And then we can further drill down to see the entire process flow from the entire orchestration, from the time they take orders to how exactly, which all systems it goes through and all of it. And these are all proactively being monitored. And then we can drill down to the things where there are issues. And these are all something for visibility, but otherwise it's all happening in the background, where the agents are looking at it and figuring out what is the root cause. And it's going helping go to the root cause and eliminate them. As a human, you can also see that suddenly there is a spike in the alerts because there is some issue with a particular system. And you can further drill down to see what is the root cause. So essentially, we have created a knowledge graph that takes all these various systems, brings them all together, and helps correlate what the issue is. And then it will proactively raise that as an incident. And then there is, we use AI to identify what are the recommended resolutions. It will also generate the first response. It will predict what is a priority for it. It will identify, it's essentially helping resolve the entire issue and then close it. So in this way, we are helping align to business outcomes, then proactively monitoring it to improve the reliability of the systems. And then we are using AI to automate the entire resolution issue, so that it's again back, so that the users are not even impacted. Before the users get impacted, we proactively find it and resolve it. So this is a quick demo of how exactly we go about it. In terms of the business impact, right? So this particular solution that we have built, Leap, has helped close to about $5 billion worth deals. It has helped generate close to about $80 million in IP revenue. And it is helping differentiate Infosys in the market as a key differentiator, because it's not just about people, it's also about this technology and the approach and the strategy on how we are applying it, right? So we are recognized as a market leader in various surveys that are done by analysts. So this is an IP that is helping us differentiate in that. In terms of the social impact, so what it is helping with is, instead of having people do these mundane repetitive tasks and wasting their energy, it's helping them become AI builders so that they can actually go to the root causes and eliminate and use their time for better things than just trying to do repetitive things. And as an organization for our clients, right, it helps release these budgets so that they can actually focus on solving bigger problems, innovating and transforming. And for the end users, it helps provide better experiences because now things are more proactive and we are eliminating the root causes and eliminating issues before they get impacted. So to conclude, what yes.
So the time is up for the presentation. If you want to give a concluding line, give a one-liner for the conclusion, and then we can begin with the presentation, Q&A for the presentation.
Okay, I was just going to conclude. So essentially, what I have shown is how to apply innovation at a scale that matters and how to apply AI to solve real problems to deliver value. So this is what I had planned. So please feel free to ask your questions.
Jurors, we are open to question. Would any of the jury member like to take the first question?
Every company is trying to really jump on board with SLM, right? So my first question is, what is the innovation? And second, what are the benchmark parameters? How these your SLMs are performing on various perplexity, right? Accuracy, right? Then, like for example, for finance data, what is how you're performing on FinQA, right? Or maybe SecQA on those various, very briefly.
See, what we have done is our fundamental principle is that there are certain places where frontier models can help. And there are several problems where you can create a small language model which can solve the problem.
We understand that. We understand that.
Yeah. So we have built our models and we are benchmarking against the frontier models for certain tasks that we are doing, like say routing tickets in the IT ops space, right? And then wherever they are better or reach the threshold that is required for us to be able to do the task, those are the tasks that we are routing.
No, I have very specific questions. Since you have Myfi, Fin, SLM, you have presented, right? So have you really benchmarked against FinQA? Have you benchmarked with FinQA? What is the benchmarking parameter? Or for SecQA or perplexity, right? What are the benchmarking or MMLU? What are the benchmarking parameters? If you have those data, if you have in slide, you can really show. If not, then later on you can present.
I can share that information offline, but we have done our own benchmarking based on the tasks that we have. In fact, we have come up with our own evaluation parameters as well because they don't apply to the tasks that we are working on.
Okay.
So this evaluation and benchmarking itself is a huge topic on how to work on it.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it. But you can really submit that additional documentation so that we can really review how you're performing against those standard benchmarking.
Yeah.
Right? So while you have developed your own, but there is standard benchmark like for example, finance, FinQA for security, SecQA, these are the international benchmark.
So what I'm telling you is what we built it is for IT operations.
Okay. But you have also presented Myfi, Fin and Myfi, Sec and those stuff. So you're only talking about
today I was talking about IT operations.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Thank
Yes,
you so much.
I think Shyam and Patar have the same point that I am also, because I think that slide that you showed where you have built this domain specific SLMs, I think that looked like a very strong innovation, at least from my perspective. Even though you are presenting something different today, I think many of the jurors might want to know more on them, because building a range of SLM, which is domain specific, is definitely a big thing. And you can accelerate a lot of your services on the ground using this SLM. So you want to share something about what was the process you built it, what were the challenges, maybe just for the IT operations one, maybe you might not be aware of the other ones, just maybe some brief about what was the type of data you took in, how did you build in, what was the timeline to build in, and then what sort of did you build it from scratch, what sort of existing open source model, because I am not aware of any IT operation based LLM that is available in the market, because there are ones available for finance, healthcare, the open source one, but IT operation maybe I am not aware of that. So I think that will be an interesting area if you can just touch upon that briefly.
Yeah, it was so it was sponsored by Nandan, our executive chairman. And it took us about, there was a lot of preparation that went in before we actually did this, right? So we collected a lot of open source data sets, as well as we built, we used our own data sets also because within Infosys, we have a communication and computers division, wherein we have collected our own data sets as well. And then we have a financial banking product, which also has customer support related things. So we took those. So using these data sets, it was a journey. And we were the first set of people who actually built from scratch. And we collaborated with NVIDIA and along with Servo.ai and Infosys, we built these models. So we built a core enterprise SLM.
You have not taken any existing like Llama 3.2 or any other thing. You build your own build.
Yes, we built
you have built your own from ground up.
Yes,
Okay,
from ground
incredible.
up, because we wanted to understand.
Wonderful.
We wanted to be sure on what data went into it. So in a lot of other places, there was liability with those things. So while we tried fine tuning with Llamas, Gwen, a lot of these other open source models, we also built this one from scratch. So we built a core enterprise SLM, and then we branched and created several. One for IT ops, one for Finacle for banking, another one for cybersecurity.
So these are the only 3 domains that you have at the moment.
Currently, these what we have built, and we are expanding them for more things like ERP packages. We are building one for Oracle ERP packages, like the various things that are relevant for our business.
Yes. And these solutions, you are using it internally to accelerate and increase the productivity of your services, or you're also exposing them to your end customer?
Correct. So we are using it as part of our services that we provide for our customers as our key differentiator, because they're all concerned about the data going outside, while and they want us to make sure that this is not something that has taken data that is not supposed to be taken. So these are some of the challenges with other open source models. We cannot take that liability. So that's the reason why we built this.
Thank you.
I have one remarks actually, rather than so you have already presented that you have made a model of your own. How many means approximately how many parameters are there model in your SML?
It's a 2.5 billion parameter model.
2.5 billion. And do you have any plan to actually make it SLVM, means to integrate vision also here?
Right.
Because that,
So see,
because since the model is already there, I think ministry would like to know your further innovation. It is already existing and you have tested, you have benchmarked. So on top of it, are you planning to do something, for example, vision capability, adding vision capability also?
Right. So we first started with text. So we are now looking at multimodal. And one of the areas that we are very interested in is something called observational learning. So by looking at how a person is performing tasks, can I learn from that and then see how to automate those things? And that requires us to go beyond text to vision and those things as well. So we are going towards multimodal models, and we are also investing in reasoning models. So these are a couple of areas that we are expanding further to beyond what we did.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, so this was built from the very scratch. That is what you said, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I understand correctly. So how much data you had used for building from scratch?
So
there was no knowledge distillation, nothing, right?
There is data. It's about 2 trillion tokens that we created, which consisted of text as well as code, and about. So that's the approximate data that we used.
2 trillions, and then what are the domains? It is a mixed domain data, or?
Yeah, it's a mixed things like for there is core data as well as things that are specific for each of the domains that we trained for.
Sorry, you told 2.5 billion, right? Not trillion.
No, 2 trillion 2.5 billion parameters, 2 trillion tokens.
Okay, parameters 2.5 billion.
2 trillion tokens from your domain data. Internal, all this data are internals, or?
There is open source as well as internal things. So there were,
from the open source, what kind of data you had used?
So like we went through the data sets that are available. We looked at what kind of licensing is there, and we only picked those that had
But what are the
licensing.
domains? Can you tell me that few domains name from where you have collected the data?
I'll have to get back to you on where all we collected it from. There was another team which went through, and there was even legal cell and all where we had to go through that. So for Finacle itself, we had closed about 800 million tokens, training tokens for our Finacle.
Yeah, that is the reason I am asking this question. So if it is from the open source, particularly from the finance domain you are saying, so I understand.
Not just finance domain, I'm saying that open source one is generic data sets that we got. Then for the Finacle, from Finacle, we got about 800 million tokens. Like that, we have our own internal sources also that we use.
Total 2 trillion tokens, that is what you are saying, right?
Yeah, correct. Apart from the 2 trillion, we had another 800 million internal tokens.
800 million. And what kind of tokenizations, etc., do you remember? Those kind of techniques you are using? Are all of the English language data, right?
Yeah, these are actually English, Hindi, Spanish, French, multilinguality. So multilingual data also is what we use.
Then just a technical question: how did you train then from the when you build the models from the scratch? Okay, and you have multiple languages. So did you follow any kind of let's say curriculum learning kind of thing, that any particular sequence, training with English, then probably Spanish, then Hindi, or you have combined everything together? Then the tokenization may be a problem, right? So what kind of tokenizations you had used? Yeah.
So I'm not the one who did that, so I'll have somebody else to provide you those details on what exactly was done.
And also it can do the reasoning. That is what you said, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are now building more models on these two areas. One is on the reasoning side, another on the multimodal.
Multimodal means you want to capture the videos,
image, videos, and those aspects.
Audio also.
Yeah.
In all these languages, Spanish, Hindi, and other languages.
Right. So first task is to do, even over here, first we did with English, and then we added these other language ones also.
Okay. Thank you.
One very quick question, very brief response I want to hear from you. Like it is, of course, it is challenging to build your own SLM, but the biggest challenge is basically the concern is the cost. When you really host it, the inferencing cost and everything, even though this is a small model, the cost actually increases drastically. So what you're seeing, the response from the customer, are they willing to really pay those costs?
No, see, we are even using it for our own internal developments, and it's actually 1/10. It has reduced the cost by about 1/10 for us for our internal development needs that we are using for our internal work as well.
Okay, so did you get any kind of external customers for this kind of solution?
Sorry,
did you get any external customer other than the internal usage?
We do have external customers as well, where we offer it as a managed service, as part of which we are using this to deliver those services.
Wonderful, wonderful, Shyam, wonderful, Prakash. This is amazing work in line with the global trend. Wish you good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation, team. Very well presented and answered to the questions of the jury as well. We wish you the very best with the results. Jurors, while we evaluate this innovation from Infosys, we can get ready with